Hi, this is Phyllis, and welcome back again to my channel. Today's project is our Ombre Bling necklace. I needed a quick necklace to make for a project that I'm working on with my beading teacher, and this is what I came up with. So if you like what you see, stay tuned for my materials list and we will get started. The materials we'll be using in today's project are as follows. I'm going to be using this string of beads from the color gallery that I found at Hobby Lobby. It's an ombre. Well, it's just the different colors, but they're beautiful. But look at what the color. It says plated hematite. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm hoping that you can see its shimmer on camera, and I'm going to be using 2 of these today. Along with those, the star of the show, where I'm going to use some 11-0 seed beads in my Palladium plated Myuki. I'm using 3mm bicones. They are crystal AB, and just be using a few of those. I'm also going to be using some wire guardians in stainless steel. I'm going to use a size 11 beading needle, and this is one of my colorized beading needles. I'm going to use a stainless steel magnetic clasp, 10 by 15 millimeter. I'm using my 6-pound fire line in crystal, and I'll be using between 3 and 4 yards because we're only doing stringing today. I've got my scissors and my bead mat. And if you like the picture of the necklace that you saw in my intro, gather your materials and we will get started. I did a little investigation of these strung beads, and by investigation I mean that I counted them, and they are separated into groups of 14. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. I'm going to string 14. I'm going to string on an 11-0, a bicone crystal, and an 11-0, and 14 more, because that'll be in the different colors, and each color is going to be showcased with between the crystals and the seed beads. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do, I've threaded my needle with a significant length of fire line, and I'm going to cut my strings, my beads, and I'm going to start, and I'm going to do 14. I'm not just going to string them as I look at them. I'm going to string the 14 that are in this plated color, and then I'm going to put my 11-0 bicone on 11-0. I'm going to do the 14 that are in this shiny plated color, and I'm going to count them just in case there are more or less than 14. However, I'm only going to do that to get started, and I'm going to show you how we're going to continue because we want it to be coordinated and to match up. So I'll be right back after I cut and do my first stringing so I can show you what we have. I have completed my first stringing, and I'm glad that I counted. So what I did was I began with my hematite beads here, began with my hematite beads, and I ended with my hematite beads. And I'm glad that I counted because 2 sets of the gold color only had 13 beads. So when I open this package up, I'm going to just make sure I continue to count, and wherever I have 13 of the gold color, that's what I'm going to use. All the other colors were 14, and so this measures out to be 18 3/4 inches, and my 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 clasp, my magnetic clasp, is just a little longer than a half inch, and I'm gonna add the wire guardians, and that's gonna make it the total length of the necklace about 19 and a quarter inches, or maybe 19 and a half. I'm sorry, 19 and a half. All right, so I'm going to now get ready to string on my clasping. So I I did put a stop bead on the beginning because I needed that, but it's okay, and I left myself a 10-inch tail. When I get back to that point and I'm ready to string on the clasping on that side, I'll show you what to do. But for this side, I'm going to string on an 11/0 after you know all of your hematite beads are on. I'm going to string on a size 11/0 seed bead, and I'm going to also string on my wire guardian. Let me move this out of the way. My wire guardian through the first hole and around the horseshoe and in the second hole, and I'm going to hold my finger on it and pull it down, trying to ensure that the thread remains in the horseshoe, in the groove there. Okay, so it's in there, and I'm just going to now gently get my clasp. It's magnetic, so it's going to give you a little, it's going to do its magnetic thing. So you just have to manage it, that's all. And pull the thread and get that clasp in that wire guardian. And I'm going to do it today, I promise. Right in there like that. And I'm going to squeeze the guardian as much as I can. I have to use the other hand. I still don't have my strength in my right hand since my shoulder surgery. It's been 3 months and I'm doing well with physical therapy. I just don't have my strength. Okay, so that's the best that I can squeeze that guardian, and I'm going to pass my needle into this 11/0 seed bead and pull the thread. And when I do that, I just want to make sure that the thread is still sitting properly in the wire guardian, and when I turn it around, it looks like it's still sitting in place. It's going to be loose, and you're going to have to check it again, but that's okay. You just want to make sure that it's in there now. Okay, now we're going to continue from here, but before I can continue, I have to open up my next package. I'll be right back. All right, so as we are continuing, I opened up the next package and I strung on the 14 beads that are the same color here. Remember, we're coordinating. We want to have our ombre matching up. So once I strung on the 14, I'm now going to pass my needle into the next 11, 3mm, and 11. And pull my thread and keep checking to make sure that my thread is still in the groove of the wire guardian, and it is. We just want to pull these here to make sure that they are they're sitting like this. They're going to twist and they're going to do all the things, but this is what you want it to look like. Then you're just going to pick up your next coordinating color and make sure that you have the same number of beads, and then you're going to pass through your 11, your 3mm, and your 11, and we're going to do that all the way down. And when we get to the other end, I will meet you back and show you what we're going to do with our clasping. I've completed my bead stringing all the way to the other end, and my work is much more manageable now. So this is what we have. Okay, and now that I'm at the other end where the stop bead is, I'm not going to remove the stop bead yet. I'm going to go ahead and get ready to attach the other side of my clasp. I'm going to string on excuse me, I'm going to string on an 11-0. I'm going to get my wire guardian and pass my needle into the first hole and around. Ooh, what do we have here? An obstruction? Okay. Yep, pass it around into the next hole and around the groove. This wire guardian's holes are a little tight. That's unusual for me for the stainless steel ones. But now that I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and get the other side. I'm going to leave it attached. I'm going to pass my needle into the hole here and bring my thread down and just gently slide this into that wire guardian. And when I'm here, I'm going to gently pinch the guardian as much as I can. I don't want to cause it any injuries. I don't want to make the holes any smaller. Oh, I do want to get that debris off of my magnetic clasp, but I guess it's just sticking to it. All right, anyway, once there, I'm going to now pass my needle into the size 11 seed bead and pull my thread all the way down here. And once I get here, I'm going to remove my stop bead. And I'm going to tie a knot right here. Just one time, and then this time when I go around, when I tie it, I'm gonna go through the loop twice. And tighten down, making sure that I don't get my thread in the wrong place. I want to get it between the 11-0 and that hematite bead. And I'm going to give it a nice tug. I'm not going to choke it. I just wanted to give it a tug because I'm going to use my tail thread. I remember I have this 10-inch tail here. I'm going to use that to reinforce this side of the clasping. And I'm going to also go down the line of the beads and reinforce and make half-hitch knots in between some of these. Most likely I'll make my half-hitch knots at the 11-0 as much as I possibly can, but also I'm going to do as much reinforcing through these hematite beads as I can with the my working thread. Remember I strung a significant length of it. So this is what our necklace looks like. And the only thing I have not done is the reinforcing, but it's really done. It's really done. And I'm going to use it for a project that I'm making with my teacher, Kelly Dale. We're doing still doing the Shapes of Summer projects, and so this is going to be my necklace for the project that we're working on now. So when I'm done with it, I'll show you pictures of it. But this is our Ombre Bling necklace. I'd like to thank you for hanging out with me and hope to see you next time. Bye.